If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in your lobby. You don't want no problem.
Something in my heart, something in my ooh, it's got me hooked on you. Look, I ain't gonna do it. Anyway, y'all, what's up? Surviving Compton. I finally watched it. It's the Michel'Le story, okay? And let's get into what I thought about it. Okay. First of all, it started off a little slow to me. Her popping up every now and again as herself to, you know, further explain how she felt in a moment, or, you know, maybe guessing what the audience's reaction would be to what just happened. I didn't like it at first, but as we got into it, it didn't bother me as much. Actually, the further I got into the movie, the more I was enjoying it. I'm not sure if I will watch it again, but I did like it while I was watching it. Enough for me not to want to change the channel. The second thing is that the acting was really good. The dude who played Dr. Dre, very believable. He sounded like him. He was really trying to embody that nigga's essence. They don't look a lot alike, okay, because he was pretty and Dre ain't. But, you know, the feel was close, okay? Michel'Le's character, your girl Ryan, whatever, from that show that I used to love. What was that show, y'all? God damn it. I forgot the name of the show that used to be on ABC Family. Something Heights. Lincoln Heights. I used to love that little show. Anyway, cute little chick, you know what I'm saying? She played the role, and I think she did a great job as Michel'Le. I really did. I think, like, up to how Yaya did with the Whitney movie, like, this is the acting we're talking about. Because I feel like Yaya really did good in that role. And I think that this girl did a great job as Michel'Le. Starts off, dude Alonzo Williams spots Michel'Le working at the department store like most of you bitches was doing back in the day. Y'all was working at the department stores. She's singing. He need a singer. He asked her to come through. She come through. Niggas mad, disrespectful off rip, making fun of her voice, but she get in there and she sing the song, and now everybody like Michel'Le. Okay, Dre, who was especially disrespectful, sees that Easy seems to be a little sweet on her, so I think he decided to block Easy and, you know, run and go ahead, you know, he blocked. He cock blocked on that ass. Okay, so now he's starting to fuck with Michel'Le. They go out, they have a few dates, they together for a while. Mind you, when they got together, Dre is on baby number 4, about to have baby number 5, okay? She finds out about all of the children, and, you know, when the girl comes to the studio looking for him, and, you know, just all the shit she had to deal with the various baby mamas, and then on top of the fact that he was a cheater. He wasn't beating her at the beginning. This wasn't something that started off as soon as they got together. But he became a heavy alcoholic, and he got big. So, of course, he was feeling himself, and being an alcoholic don't make it no worse. And to me, Dre is like one of those mean drunks. You know what I'm saying? Like, they mean. They do shit just because they fucking mad, okay? It don't even matter if you did anything to them. I was trying to explain this shit to, you know, some of my coworkers that, you know, because he was in LA back in the day, too. And he was like, he heard Michel'Le was this, you know, like crazy bitch and shit like that. So maybe she was all in the face, and that's why she got hit and all of that dumb shit. And I'm just sitting up there like, nah, my nigga, please. Okay, I fucks with you. But if you ever say some shit like that again, up out your mouth. Like, come on, seriously. Like, and I know a lot of people feel like that. To me, that's not what Michel'Le was giving off, okay? Michel'Le seemed like an already weak-minded young woman who was taken advantage of. 1, because she was in love with a dude. 2, because she wanted to be in that scene. She wanted to sing. She was in the music. They was making songs together, none of which her ass was getting paid for. So I don't ever think she was with Dre from a standpoint of let's get money. She loved Dre. And at first, Dre loved her as far as she knew. But then all the baby mamas, and he come home fucked up and start beating her up. One of the first scenes that I saw, that we was in here clutching the pearls, okay, is that she laid in the bed sleep one night. He come home ass drunk and is just punching the fuck out of her, on top of her punching the piss out of her, okay? It was ridiculous. Then she gotta go in there and sing the song, and he want Ike and Tina Turner the bitch and choke her up in front of everybody. Y'all, had to be the most compelling scene of the whole movie is when she walked into that studio with her face fucked up for the first time, and how everybody in NWA was looking at her. They was like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like the look on everybody's face. And then she got in there embarrassed as fuck and still sang that song with him standing right there threatening to whoop her ass in a car later if she don't do this shit right now. Like, yo, it kind of pissed me off that nobody ever stepped in. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. You niggas want to be so hard, but then y'all will sit up there and watch this bitch made ass shit happen. I know, like, after a while, I would have stopped intervening too, because that bitch was okay with it. Okay? Michel'Le was cool with getting fucked up. She didn't care. Okay? And eventually she started to self-medicate when Dre would go on the road and never come home and all of that. When she started singing and doing her thing and touring with MC Hammer and all of that, he, I feel like, got jealous that she was shining. Not that she was going to outshine him, but just jealous, period, that the woman he, you know, always beat on and belittled is actually out here fucking winning. Doing it without his help, really. Yeah, he might have produced some of the tracks, but that don't mean shit. Like, when a bitch is a singer, a bitch is a singer. It don't matter who producing or who doing the damn song, bitch, I'm singing, okay? Point blank, period. So, you know, I felt like being a drunk, egotistical dickhead like Drake comes off in this movie. And honestly, it all rang true to how he was perceived when I was growing up. Yeah, he had mad respect. You loved his music. But nobody ever said that Drake was a good, nice guy. And I think the fact that in the Compton movie, the fact that they completely left Michel'Le out shows that you just didn't want nobody to see you as the ass whooping nigga that you was back then. You might have stopped drinking now, and now you don't have that problem with your wife, who you know, honestly, that's the woman he was cheating on Michel'Le with at the end. Before they broke up, he was cheating on her. And when Michel'Le finally goes to get herself help because she had started to self-medicate and do drugs, and then there was a shootout at her apartment, at her house, whatever, you know, they having a party, and these niggas start shooting and trying to rob the place, and her baby is sitting on the floor playing with his toys like this is normal. She decided to drive the baby off by her grandmother and get help. Dre didn't offer her not a goddamn thing, told her to get the fuck out his face. She go to rehab, he get engaged. By the time she come out of rehab, he about to marry the woman he's married to now. Okay, so I'm not about to look at this shit like, oh, he magically ain't never beat her. No, I bet you he probably did dress up on her, but she might be a different type of bitch. Michel'Le was a weak woman that was used to women getting beat. You get with a woman that you want that's bad enough that ain't gonna take that shit and tell you to stop fucking sucking on that bottle like it's a dick, then you'll get your life together. Especially when you coming from a situation of not having a lot of money because Jerry Heller was stealing all y'all fucking money. So you was already in a funk, feeling some type of way. Then you went to you went to death row with Suge and them and find out how fucked up Suge was. Meanwhile, Suge always being a helping hand to Michel'Le when she needed him. Okay, one night she in the house during a thunderstorm, fucking electricity go out, they ain't got no food, she ain't got no car, she ain't got no money. Okay, she called Dre, or wherever Dre was supposed to be. He ain't answering the phone. So she calls Suge. Suge come over with some groceries, help a bitch out. Okay, coming off like he really care about her well-being and getting her back in the studio. When she got out of rehab and broke up with, you know, Dre, because Dre said fuck her. So once she went into rehab, their relationship was basically over. And then here comes Suge swooping in to save the fucking day. Okay, and let me impress on you that I didn't even realize how manipulative Suge Knight is. That was fucking crazy. Y'all, he wined and dined this bitch for years. And what I mean by wine and dine was, it seemed like from when she was with Dre and they was in Aftermath to that point, he was always a nice, sweet man to her. Yes, she thought he was crazy when she first met him. But when she saw how nice he was to her, that softened her and how she saw him. Okay? So they get together and it's all well and good until he gets arrested when Tupac died. He got arrested and had to go to jail and made her sign all of these papers to take care of his business and, you know, to come see him and do the conjugal visits, and he'll pay her $30,000 a month. Now, at first, she didn't want to do the shit because it was real obvious to her that he was controlling and she didn't really want to be with him anymore. Well, guess what? You don't have a choice, bitch. Either you going to do what I'm asking you to do and take this money, or I'm going to kill your kid. That was basically what Suge told her. So she did what she had to do. One day she come there early because she want to spend some time with her son on the weekends and show up on the wrong fucking day, and another bitch is there and he gonna tell her, well bitch, you came on the wrong day. I'm like, how fucked up is that? Okay, he get out of jail, she thinks she's home free. Come to find out, they not married. You know what I'm saying? All of the paperwork come out because they was, you know, going after him. FBI and shit was going after him, and they brought it to her attention that she wasn't, her name, he had put buku shit in her name, but they weren't really married, so all of it was void or some shit like that. Either way, she had to pay fines and went through a whole bunch of court shit and eventually got from out under that situation, and now Suge's ass is in jail and they're not together no more, obviously. Now seeing it, it made so much more sense to me about how she was when she was on R&B Divas LA and going through a depression and acting crazy. She was PTSDing from all of the shit that had happened throughout the years, and especially what happened in those last few years. She was able to go to Suge and confront him and tell him fuck him and he needs to be scared, not her. You know, all of that. But at the same time, y'all, it pissed me off that she wasn't in that movie. I mean, not even one reference when she was the person singing the hooks on all y'all first songs. Really? She was the woman you was living with, one of your baby mamas. I mean, and the fact that Dre didn't even mention all of the fucking kids he had. He had mentioned one kid, but you ain't mentioned that you had 5 fucking kids when NWA started. Nigga, that's not regular. I know she thought it was regular. That's not regular. Like, I'm 5 kids already, my nigga. Yeah, and a couple of, but already. Okay, before NWA even started, 5 fucking kids. God damn, Dre. Like, they really played it like he was like some Poindexter, you know, clean schoolboy type motherfucker. We knew that's not what it was. We also know he ain't no gangster, okay? You had glitter and lip gloss on, nigga. Calm the fuck down. We all know that Eazy-E was the only real thug, maybe Ren, in that fucking group, okay? Cube wasn't no thug, but he was a, you know, it's about principles type motherfucker. I'll fuck you up because I can, okay? But I'm not trying to kill nobody because I don't want to go to jail, okay? But I'll fuck you up if I have to. You know what I'm saying? I think about it because I got a wife and kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, that's why Cube was always everybody's favorite, because he was the most real and the most personable. And Drake always, to me, seemed like an asshole. And to see how he was portrayed in that movie compared to what the realization of who he was, I feel like that NWA movie was really just about Cube and Eazy-E. Because the way Dre was portrayed was like some fairy tale fucking character who was creating magical music or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really didn't show any negatives on his, you know, on his side. It showed no negatives about him whatsoever. That's not realistic. You showed negatives about Eazy in that fucking story, and then I'm not even just talking about the AIDS thing. I mean, the money situation and him being dumb to how Jerry was kind of fucking over them, but still being loyal to Jerry. Like, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The beef that started amongst them. Everybody try to play like they was a saint once they dead and shit, but nigga, you ain't dead, okay? And for that movie to come out and you show, now, and I understand it was about NWA, but let's not act like if Jerry Heller and everybody else associated that y'all actually showed, okay, in that movie, y'all gonna act like Michel'Le wasn't important? Like, you referenced Tupac, but we not gonna reference Michel'Le, okay? Tupac ain't do a fucking song with NWA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruh. I just feel like they purposefully left her out because they didn't want to deal with the fact that he was perceived as an abusive man. And they didn't want to show that. And I feel like if we're going to do it, let's fucking do it. Don't half-ass it. And to me, that was a half-ass NWA movie when you look at what the whole story really was. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying it was a good movie. And like I said, when you watching it from Cube's viewpoint and from Eazy-E's viewpoint, you got what you wanted out the story, okay? You really did. You got what was really, you know, those people, to me. Cube, I mean, his fucking son played him, so he embodied it, okay? And the same thing with the dude who played Eazy, he embodied it. That made sense to me. Just like when I was watching Surviving Compton, seeing how Dre was and how Suge was made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next one, all right?
my mama, on my hood. I look